What quaint arts you use.
He's healing?
Not quite. I turned back time, to be precise.
You really do control time and space. Was this place something you made?
It was not I who made it, nor was it Origin or Maxwell. So there's a world unrelated to the three primordial great spirits.
Primordial? Do you mean to tell us you have the power to create worlds?
You may make of me what you will.
Another great spirit and another fine mess. I strongly recommend that research into doorways through time and space should be strictly forbidden.
But what are rules to a species that insists on ignoring history's lessons? The people of your realm will learn of this place, and they will use it to rob and exploit other worlds.
That's...
They are driven by pure desire. They fob off their burdens on others, all without reflecting upon what comes of it.
To hell with this. We've torn down every barrier in front of us, but we know better than to call it good there. We'll build a world where people can coexist and walk hand in hand, and we won't give up until we do.
Yeah, we're ready to put in the work to change.
I'll make sure this research gets called off. You have my word on that.
I suppose this is another trait that your species shares. I will remain here for a time. See to it that this absurd research is ended.
All right, Kronos. We understand.
And know this. If anyone attempts to abuse the Gateway, to interfere with our world, I will cast them into the time-space rift, where they will wander the void forevermore.
No arguments here, pal.
We'll see to it that that never happens. You'll see, from up there on your throne.
Yeah, Kronos is still
Feel my power growing.
bit of a dick, basically. We almost got to level 90. We almost got 3 level ups off of that. Nebulum. Is Nebulum actually good? Yes, it is! Is it worth losing 1 penetration for plus 400 elemental attack and physical attack, I wonder? What do you think, chat? Do you think it's worth it? I think it might be worth it. That would make beating Kronos go a lot faster, that's for sure. Oh man, how much SP did we get from that? We got like 400, 500 SP from that fight as well. All right, 11 levels off, basically 10 levels off because we're almost level 90 here from max level. Not bad. That 1 penetration though. And then just like the other cameo fights, if you come and talk to Kronos, it's like, oh, if you actually talk to him, then you'll have to fight him again, and then fighting him is the best way to level grind the last couple of levels in the game, I believe. I see this guy's as tough to deal with as ever. If we're not careful, we could end up fighting again.
Who don't know?
A bird?
Huh. He likes birds.
Somehow I'm both surprised and not.
Little known fact about Kronos, he's really into birds. Oh, there's a chest here. I didn't even notice that at first. Mechanical doll accessory, a headgear that would look splendid with a floral companion. That's
treasure.
an artifact, yeah.
What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
What does that artifact do? Mechanical doll accessory, that was it, right? Off the radar. Makes you undetectable when making contact with enemy icons. Oh, they actually give you, after you finish the post-game dungeon, it's like, hey, if you want to explore and not have to have enemies annoy you, you can just turn them off. That's really cool. All right, there you have it, chat. We have finished the post-game dungeon. It is all said and done. I'll just just take this free heal here. Don't mind me. Awkward turnaround by Shion. I should have switched into walking around as Alphen on that last one, but we'll just switch to Alphen probably for the rest of the game now. Also, I do want my Devil's Arm. Nebulum. Nebulum is a name that comes up repeatedly throughout Tales of, I'm pretty sure. I think it's actually... Isn't Nebulum the name of Jade, Curtis's teacher from Abyss? I thought? Maybe? I'm not sure. I think Nebulum shows up in a couple of different Tales of games. It's not... I don't know if it's usually a person or just an item or what, but it's definitely a name that comes up repeatedly. Or a word, rather. You gathered all the gate keys. Thank you. You've done me a great service.
Yes.
It wasn't quite like you described, though. It wasn't? How so?
Well...
We ran into people from other worlds there. Perhaps they were caught up in the world's moment of segmentation and connection. Fascinating. Fascinating is not the word I'd use. We created problems for them, and there might be connections to even more dangerous worlds. I think you should call your research off.
Right.
Agreed. This gate would be better off closed. The other side of the gate holds snippets of each world. They should return to normal as the astral energy here dwindles.
Huh?
Wait, the astral energy is dwindling?
Yes!
I've been taking continual measurements, and I've seen a rapid dispersal of the astral energy in this area. It should all stabilize once density matches outside levels. The gate will be unable to sustain itself, and it will subsequently fade away. But the visitors from another time and space. If they pique your curiosity, I suggest you visit them while you can. They adhere to different standards than our own. No, I need to do fine-tuning to ensure that the time-space separation occurs as slowly as possible. The last thing we'd want is for a sudden breakaway to leave a rift in its wake. Now there's a scary thought. Dissipation won't happen overnight, I should add. I think it'll take a while longer. Really? We should inform the siblings that they will have a little while longer together. I read that sentence in a different way. I read it how I wanted to read it. And white ears, too. White ears, that's what he's calling Kronos, because of his hair spikes. In the meantime, you're free to use the keys to come and go as you please. You've done me a great service. This is hardly fair compensation, but take it. 61k gold and 670 SP, pretty good compensation. All right, it took us about 4 hours to do all of the post-game dungeon. I was wondering if it would be closer to 3 or closer to 4 hours, and it was about 4 hours. But we got it all done. And now we should be down to, we only have 9 more subquests, and one of those subquests is the final big boss rush, which is going to be the last thing we do in the playthrough. Oh, hey.
I don't know what all this gate and key stuff is about, but you've got to be a little crazy to do research inside a Zoogl's stomach.
I don't care what he gets up to on his own time. I'm just glad nothing crazy came out of all that in the end.
He was trying to bridge together dimensions. That in itself is rather ludicrous, I would argue.
Still, Aizen, was it? It seemed like that was the first he'd seen of his sister all grown up. In that respect, I'm glad it worked out for him.
Everything has a silver lining if you look hard enough. Doesn't change the fact that his little experiment was real dangerous.
Look at it from his perspective. I know if I got to see family I thought I never would again, that'd make me really happy too.
Truth be told, I'm with Kisara on this. The ability to see those that you're afraid you've lost, even one more time. I hope it works out for them.
There was also that Kronos guy we met at the end. Rather less charming. What do you think his deal was?
Yeah, he had those weird ears sticking out.
It's impossible to say whether he's like us or not. However, if we're to judge by his strength and appearance, he is clearly no ordinary being.
And what he said to Shion was just... that was so awful.
He most likely has his reasons for believing in what he does, even if they come from a very different place than what we ourselves know.
He didn't seem to be too harsh on anybody who wasn't human, though.
Whew!
It was all so strange. I wonder if we'll ever get to meet anybody else from other dimensions.
Who can say? If we do, I pray it will be somebody more friendly. I can only fight every newcomer that we meet for so long. It'd be nice to get a surprise ally every once in a while.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, another skit.
It's amazing, isn't it? We've been all over Dahna on this journey. Is there anywhere we haven't visited at this point?
Who knows?
I'm being serious.
We're talking about a whole planet here. Isn't it more exciting to just assume there are places we haven't seen yet?
I picked the wrong guy to ask. What about you, Elfin? What do you think?
That's a good question. I figure we visited just about every place civilization has set its eyes on.
So is there anything left for us to see?
That I couldn't say. We are talking about seeing an entire planet.
Yeah, I guess so.
This journey has proven just how little I truly knew our world. There is always more to learn. To assume otherwise would be the height of conceit.
There might well be places that we still haven't discovered yet. And if you ask me, I think that's perfectly fine.
Me too. We don't need to know every inch of Dahna to fulfill our mission. Besides, I think there's something romantic about there still being mysteries out there.
I'd say it's part of the fun to imagine whether we'll be the first to uncover those mysteries. Maybe even now there are other explorers who will shed a light in the darkest places.
True. I guess the world's bigger than any of us will ever really realize.
You know, I was just saying the same thing as Elfin. Why does she listen to him and not me?
Sounds like you've still got a lot to learn about the mysteries of a woman's heart as well.
There's no amount of learning that can let you figure out the mystery of a woman's heart. That's not possible. I refuse to believe it. Quite simply.
Finally, some open space again.
It was an interesting skit. That skit seemed like we unlocked it because we've been everywhere on, everywhere on the map now. Because we went into the Xillia 2 rift, and that was like the last area. But I know there's one area in the game we haven't been to yet, because there's a boss fight that I'm thinking of that we haven't done yet, and also a fishing spot, and it's at an island that we have to unlock somehow that we have not been to. Speaking of, we gotta like get to work on what we're at about 4 hours now. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 hours for today. Part of me was thinking like maybe I should wrap up here for today and just finish everything next stream. But then what if I can't finish everything next stream? That would be a nightmare. I need to get as much done today as I can before the DLC drops. I want this penetration 40. We're gonna save for that. I'm not even gonna bother looking at your stuff right now. We're gonna save up. We only have 9 more subquests in the game, so let's find whatever subquests we can after I rest. I don't think we need to cook a dish right now either. We don't really need to worry about levels anymore at this point.
Eyes. Yep, everything looks good.
We don't really need to worry about levels anymore at this point because I will probably just fight Kronos a couple of times in between this stream and next one to get to level 100.
It's a little tough to fight.
So that way I don't have to do it on stream because that would take like an extra 40 minutes that I don't have with the DLC coming up soon. And we should be all done, unless I want to like make all of the weapons that I have not made yet, which might lead to a skit, which
Perhaps we should look over the menu.
I'm really feeling like I'm not going to worry about that at all. Definitely need to buy items though.
Can you
Oh,
still
Kronos, he's a rough one.
hungry?
Okay. So now, let's go to Audalina Palace because I think I have the final book this lady wants. So I said we only have 9 subquests left, and showing this lady one singular book, which is probably either the Devil Arm that I got or the Oblivion book that I made, then this will be done. So that's one of the 9 immediately checked off the list. And then the last one, the 70th quest we're gonna do, is that final boss rush that we're gonna end the game with. So that one's just the final wrap up.
Alvin, what do you think of that chick over there?
What you think about that chick over there?
Huh?
Goodness, who would have guessed a book such as this existed in our world?
That can't be.
Could it be? Could it be that you graced us with your presence from another world entirely? Okay, so it's probably... I mean, it could be the Oblivion book, but I bet it's probably the Devil's Arm.
I guess...
She's definitely got a volume or two missing in her head library. That's what I've been telling you this whole time.
Great!
I won't lie. I rather like it when you look at me like that. What? What? Thanks for the Elder Cloak? A cloak only high-ranking Renan astral arts practitioners are permitted to wear. Many Renans train in hopes of wearing it one day.
Why?
I must admit, you're quite the stupendous reader. Never would I have imagined there would be such an avid book collector here on Dahna. I was so certain that nobody loved books as much as I, but it appears that I've met my match. I feel so inadequate.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, you know? Yeah. She's right. There's a lot of other stuff to enjoy aside from reading books all the time, you know? Aw, are you trying to console me? That's so sweet of you. Perhaps you could teach me just what you mean exactly? Yeah! Yo, Law, you're so in there, my dude? Absolutely, I'd love to.
You dummy.
Darn it, Law.
Whoa!
I can tell you two are rather close to one another. Make sure you take good care of him for me, all right? I'll take care of him, all right? You have my word. I'm so envious of you, truly. Bibliophile, finally done. I can make pancakes at long last.
And then she has to come along and...
Hey, you're looking a little red there. You working up a fever or...
You dummy!
What did I do?
Is that outfit worth it? No, it's very bad. Which is weird because you only get it after you get access to all this other stuff. Something else in Vicent's Inn? What is this now? I don't know what quest this is off the top of my head.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hi?
Pancakes!
Oh no. I needed the pancake recipe for this.
Filled with equal parts compassion and passion, always ready to boldly rescue anyone from the perils of the munchies. Delectable, ineffable Dohalim pancakes. Get them while they're hot.
That's quite the sales pitch.
This is all new to me as well, I assure you.
Why, if it isn't Lord Dohalim himself! Care for a pancake, my lord?
Might as well have some while we're here.
Indeed. However, I'm not sure how I feel about eating my own visage in front of the populace.
At least let me show you how to make them.
Yeah, okay.
I'll also teach you the most important part, how to draw Lord Dohalim.
Oh, this sounds like pure gold. I'm game.
Hey! We should make some pancakes right now.
They were drawing Dohalim's face back there. That seems like a handy trick to keep in your back pocket.
The recipe's light on ingredients, and a little extra work could bring the flavor right out.
Great! Then let's make some together. Our very own personalized pancakes.
Sure, I got this.
You're out, Alphen. I don't need spicy pancakes. You're out too, Kisara. You'd win easily.
Win what? Is it a competition?
Yes! A contest between me, Shion, and Dohalim.
Wait, what? I'm more of an eating specialist.
You can say that again.
I accept any and all challenges.
Great. Then I'll be the judge.
I can gather the ingredients.
Okay, then it's on!
Hey, what about me?
Dana's tastiest
Maybe
pancake.
we'll have some luck finding what we need at the farm.
I vaguely remember this quest now. Like, very vaguely I remember this. I think it's pretty quick and short. Also, this must be the ultimate ingredient thing for Shion. Which again means that you can't get this pancake thing or the ultimate ingredient or get Shion's last emblem until after the post-game dungeon, which is kind of weird. Or you at least have to get Rinwell's Devil's Arm. I don't know which one is the rarest book. It's either the Devil's Arm book or it's the Oblivion book, and both of them require stuff from like the third area of the post-game dungeon. Well, look who it is. Long time no see.
Right.
Good to see you. I'm here to grab some things if you don't mind. No, not at all. Take as much as you like. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Thanks for that. Now we can get to making some pancakes. Oh, pancakes, you say? I love mine thick and lathered with whipped cream. Oh, why would you ruin pancakes? You know, if you add meringue? I don't know how to say this word. It makes the dough nice and fluffy, and there ain't no better whipped cream than the kind made from the cow's milk here.
Whoa!
This must be an expert in the field.